Perkins is one of the pioneers in the creation of rock music.
His style was often referred to as rockabilly because it sounded like a combination of country and R&B with some rock influences. By the mid-1950s, songs by artists such as Elvis Presley, Buddy Holly, and Little Richard were broadcasted all over into homes, car radios, and jukeboxes all across America.
The 1950s was named after World War II. Racial tensions were being stirred with the beginning of the Civil Rights Movement. This decade was a time of innovation that helped to influence everything that we listen to on the radio today.
Since the birth of rock and roll, the important events of our times have been reported on the newspapers, on the radios, and on the television.
But those same events have been celebrated, mocked, danced to, and backed up by music of our times.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to clap your hands, tap your feet as we enter a blast from past.
Dateline, America, the 1950s, a decade of awesome change. Twilight time of the present, the Supreme Court has banned school segregation. General Electric with the bold prediction that atomic energy is the way of the future.
Thank you very much. Well, it's a warm morning for the show. 3 to get ready now.
Go, let's go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. You can knock me down, step on my face, slander my name all over the place. Do anything that you want to do, but honey, lay off of my shoes. But don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, ba ba
A month later, the Soviet Union launched the second satellite. This one carried a dot. The 1,000-pound satellite is dot circled 937 miles above the Earth. I wonder what the dot thought of this trip.
Where's Matthew?
The 1960s, as a decade of music, was probably the most influential on the people. Surf music emerged with the strong harmonies of the Beach Boys. Blues and soul were big roles with artists like Aretha Franklin and Diana Ross. Companies like Motown and other record labels died. For many artists over the past 50 years, there has been one supreme rule. There's been one supreme rule that has influenced their music. The Beatles. What distinguished music from them in 1964 was the productions of songs, rock, folk, and blues with a social or political message. This music was attempts to reflect upon the events of time, civil rights, Vietnam War, and the rise of feminism.
Everybody had an ocean across the USA, and everybody be surfing like California. You see them wearing their baggies, or ruggy sandals too.
4th, 1961, just as John F. Kennedy is about to take over presidency.
His predecessor, Dwight Eisenhower, announced a full diplomatic break with their neighbor Cuba.
He orders all American citizens to leave the islands as soon as possible. The long Cold War has begun. August 29, 1963. Americans of all races and backgrounds.
They demonstrated in Washington, D.C. for a full and speedy program of civil rights and equal job opportunities. Near the end of the day, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. inspired the vast audience of 200,000 with the words, "I have a dream."
On November 22, 1963, President Kennedy was assassinated by a sniper as the motorcade passes through downtown Dallas, Texas.
The shock of the president's death was felt all around the world.
All people wondered how this could happen to a man who devoted his administration to ending violence in the American character.
Yesterday, all my travels seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe
exciting times in the 1950s and 1960s.
We hope our music and Dateline provided you with some great memories for you and your family. Thanks for being a fantastic audience, and we wish you safe travels home. Goodbye.